Imagine standing in front of the mirror, brushing your hair, and instead of seeing the vibrant woman you feel inside, the reflection staring back looks a little tired. The truth is, hair can age us faster than wrinkles, and bangs, yes, just the right bangs, can instantly roll back the years. Today, you'll discover 5 bang styles that don't just change your hair, they transform your entire face, making you look years younger. And I promise you, by the end of this, you won't just know which bangs work best for your face, you'll be excited to try them. Let's be honest for a moment. Growing older is a blessing, but sometimes the way the years show up on our face doesn't quite match how young and full of life we feel inside. Maybe it's forehead lines that have started to deepen. Maybe your hair feels thinner than it used to. Or maybe you just look in the mirror and think, when did I start looking older than I feel? Here's the beautiful secret. You don't need a facelift, you don't need expensive treatments, and you certainly don't need to chop off all your hair. Sometimes the smallest change, a soft frame around your face, can take 10 years off instantly. That's the magic of bangs. Now, I'm not talking about those heavy, blocky bangs we wore in our 20s that made us look like we were hiding under a curtain. I'm talking about modern, chic, carefully chosen bang styles that soften, lift, and highlight your best features. And the best part? They're versatile. Whether you wear your hair short, medium, or long, thick, or fine, straight, wavy, or curly, there's a bang style that can fit you. So let's begin with the first style. The one that stylists all over the world call the instant youth maker. 1. Soft curtain bangs, the elegant age reverser. Picture this. Soft, face-framing strands that part gently down the middle and sweep outward like drapes opening to reveal your most radiant self. That's the beauty of curtain bangs. They don't just cover, they lift. Why are curtain bangs so flattering, especially for mature women? First, they hide forehead lines without creating a harsh block across your face. Instead of saying, "I'm covering something," they whisper, "I'm enhancing everything." Second, they draw attention to your eyes and cheekbones, instantly brightening your face. And third, they create the illusion of volume at the crown, which is a lifesaver if you feel your hair has started to thin. Here's what makes curtain bangs magical. They blend effortlessly with the rest of your hairstyle. If you wear your hair down, they flow. If you tie it up in a ponytail, they still frame your face beautifully. If you wear glasses, yes, even reading glasses, they sit like they were designed just for you. Now, let's talk about face shape. If you have a round face, curtain bangs add structure and elongation. For a longer face, they balance proportions. And if you have a square jawline, they soften those edges with grace. And styling? You don't need to wrestle with them every morning. With a round brush and a little blow-dry at the roots, they naturally fall into place. Add a drop of lightweight serum, and you're ready to face the day. But here's the best part. These bangs don't scream, "I got bangs." Instead, they quietly say, "I woke up like this." They're timeless, chic, and youthful without trying too hard. Let me ask you, have you ever seen Jane Fonda or Goldie Hawn step out with soft layers that seem to make them glow? That's the magic I'm talking about. Curtain bangs are ageless bangs. And before we move to the second style, let me know in the comments. Would you ever try curtain bangs? Or have you had them in the past and loved them? I'd love to hear your story. 2. Wispy bangs, the soft focus filter for your face. Think of wispy bangs as the gentlest kind of transformation. They don't shout for attention, they whisper youthfulness. They're airy, feather-light, and instead of weighing your face down, they lift it. Why are they so powerful for mature women? Because they do 3 incredible things all at once. They blur fine lines and wrinkles. Instead of heavy coverage, the light strands scatter across the forehead, breaking up the appearance of lines and shadows. It's like putting a soft focus lens over your face, except it's your own hair doing the work. They brighten the eyes. Wispy bangs guide attention upwards, toward your eyes. And when your eyes become the focal point, you instantly look fresher, more awake, and more alive. They add movement and softness. Where blunt bangs can feel harsh, wispy bangs are fluid. They dance when you move, giving your face energy and vitality. Now let's pause for a second. One of the biggest concerns older women share is that heavy bangs can make them look dated. Or worse, they can overwhelm a delicate face. Wispy bangs are the opposite. They're modern, youthful, and designed to look effortless. They don't try to cover everything. They reveal just enough. Who do wispy bangs suit best? This is where it gets exciting, because wispy bangs are the most universal of all bang styles. If you have fine or thinning hair, they add texture and the illusion of fullness without needing thick strands. If you have straight hair, they fall into place naturally. If your hair is wavy or lightly curly, wispy bangs blend in beautifully with your natural movement. For rounder faces, they add a soft elongation. For longer faces, they break up the length and add balance. It's like they were designed with mature women in mind. No stress, no heavy maintenance, just instant rejuvenation. How to style wispy bangs without the hassle. Now let's talk practicality, because let's be real. None of us want to spend half an hour every morning battling with a hairdryer. Here's how simple it is. Blow dry them downward with a small round brush for a smooth look. Or, if you prefer that lived-in vibe, let them air dry naturally and just spritz a touch of texturizing spray. If your forehead tends to get oily, a quick dusting of dry shampoo on your bangs works wonders. Maintenance, super low. A tiny trim every 4 to 6 weeks keeps them fresh, but even when they grow out, they just melt into the rest of your hair. No awkward stage, no panic. Why wispy bangs make you look younger instantly? Let me paint this picture for you. Imagine a woman in her 60s, her hair pulled back neatly, but her forehead feels exposed. Every tiny line shows, every shadow deepens. Now imagine the same woman with wispy, feather-light bangs brushing gently across her forehead. Suddenly, the harshness softens. Her eyes look brighter, her face looks fresher, and she feels a little spark of confidence when she smiles at her reflection. That's the transformation we're talking about. It's not about hiding, it's about enhancing. It's about showing the world not just who you are, but how young you still feel inside. Don't just take my word for it. Look at women like Kris Jenner or Helen Mirren. Both have rocked variations of wispy bangs, and notice how it takes their style from classic to effortlessly chic. These bangs make you look modern without trying too hard. And here's the secret. Stylists love giving wispy bangs to their clients over 50 because it's a non-dramatic change with dramatic results. I once met a woman in her late 50s who told me she felt invisible. Her words were, "I just feel like I'm fading into the background." Her hair was pulled tightly back, her forehead fully exposed, and every line seemed more pronounced than it really was. Her stylist suggested wispy bangs. At first, she hesitated. Won't they make me look childish? But when she finally tried them, the difference was breathtaking. She looked softer, more approachable, and dare I say, radiant. And the best part? She said people started complimenting her on how rested and fresh she looked, not realizing it was simply her bangs creating the illusion of youth. That's the quiet power of wispy bangs. Now, let me ask you, have you ever felt like your hairstyle made you look older than you really are? Drop a yes in the comments if you've experienced that. And tell me, would you ever consider giving wispy bangs a try? 3 side-swept bangs, the instant age-defying trick. Here's the truth. Not all hairstyles are created equal. Some styles pull your face down, exaggerating every line. Others lift, brighten, and balance your features. Side-swept bangs belong to the second category. They are a game changer. Imagine a diagonal sweep of hair brushing gently across your forehead, starting fuller on one side and tapering off gracefully into the rest of your hair. This creates an angle that tricks the eye, instantly slimming your face, softening your features, and making you look refreshed. Why side-swept bangs work so well for mature women? There are 3 powerful reasons side-swept bangs are often called the fountain of youth style. They hide without hiding. Instead of covering your whole forehead, side bangs disguise just enough, those deeper lines across the forehead or that little crease between the brows, without feeling heavy. They create movement and lift. The diagonal angle pulls the eye upward and sideways. That creates the illusion of higher cheekbones and a more youthful, lifted face. They work on nearly every hair type. Whether your hair is thick, fine, straight, or wavy, side-swept bangs can be tailored to flatter you. They're versatile and forgiving. Here's something most people don't realize. The direction of your bangs matters. A straight horizontal line across your forehead cuts the face in half, making it appear shorter and sometimes rounder. But a diagonal sweep elongates your features. It guides the eyes diagonally, like lifting lines in a painting. That's why women with fuller cheeks or square jawlines often look instantly slimmer and younger with side-swept bangs. It's not magic, it's geometry. Who should try side-swept bangs? Let's break it down. If you wear glasses, side bangs work beautifully. They don't crowd the frames, they complement them. If you have thinning hair, they can be cut with light layers to blend in and add fullness. If you have a high forehead, side bangs instantly balance proportions. If your face feels heavy or rounder with age, side bangs are like a contour without makeup, slimming and softening all at once. And here's the kicker. If you've ever thought, I'm too old for bangs, side-swept bangs are your answer. They're modern, chic, and they never look like you're trying too hard. Styling made simple. I can already hear the question. Won't I have to style them every single morning? Not at all. Here's how simple it can be. Blow dry them with a medium round brush, pulling them to the side you prefer. If you like a sleeker look, run a flat iron through just the ends. Prefer more movement? Use a curling wand just at the front for a soft, face-framing wave. And here's my favorite tip. A dab of lightweight mousse or styling cream at the roots will keep your bangs in place all day without stiffness. The result? Side-swept bangs that look effortless, like they simply fell that way. Ask any hairstylist what style can instantly rejuvenate a mature woman's look, and chances are, side-swept bangs will be at the top of their list. Why? Because they are timeless. Think about it. From the red carpets of Hollywood to women running errands at the grocery store, side bangs never go out of style. They can be elegant, casual, polished, or playful, depending on how you style them. Just take a look at women like Sandra Bullock, Halle Berry, or even Cindy Crawford in her later years. Notice how they often go for a sweeping fringe that softens their look? That's the secret. The sweep adds youth, but more importantly, it adds confidence. And confidence, as we both know, is the most youthful accessory of all. Tell me this, if you had to choose between straight-across bangs or side-swept bangs, which would you go for? Drop your answer in the comments. I want to see where most of you stand. 4. Textured layered bangs, the volume creator. Let's be honest. One of the biggest hair struggles as we age is thinning. What used to feel full and bouncy sometimes starts to feel flat, limp, or lifeless. And the truth is, when hair looks flat, it can make us feel older than we are. Textured layered bangs solve this problem in the most natural way possible. Instead of lying flat like a heavy curtain, they're cut into light, choppy layers that instantly create the illusion of volume. They're playful, modern, and full of movement. Why textured bangs are a lifesaver for mature women. There are 3 reasons this style is so powerful. They create volume without effort. The layering removes weight and adds bounce. Every little strand seems to move with life, giving your hair a youthful energy. They disguise thinning areas. If you've noticed your hairline isn't as thick as it used to be, textured bangs soften the transition and fill in those gaps. They modernize your look instantly. Heavy, blunt bangs can feel dated, but textured bangs are fresh, stylish, and current. They signal vibrance, not age. Who do textured bangs suit best? This is where it gets exciting, because textured bangs can be tailored to fit different personalities and lifestyles. If your hair is fine, the layers create instant dimension. If your hair is thicker, texturing removes bulk and makes it feel lighter. If you have a round face, the choppiness adds definition. If you have a long face, the layering breaks up the length for balance. They're incredibly versatile. You can go subtle with light texture or bold with choppy, edgy pieces. Either way, they bring your hair back to life. Styling textured layered bangs. Here's the best part. They're almost effortless to style. If you blow dry them with a round brush, you'll get a polished, bouncy look. If you let them air dry, the layers fall into a naturally tousled, carefree style. Add a spritz of volumizing spray or dry shampoo at the roots, and suddenly your bangs look like they have twice the volume. And here's a little secret. Textured bangs actually get better with second-day hair. That lived-in texture makes them look even more youthful and stylish. Think about it. Youthful hair always has movement, fullness, and energy. As we age, hair tends to lose that bounce. Textured bangs bring it back instantly. They draw the eye upward and outward, softening lines and bringing balance to your whole face. And unlike heavy bangs that can drag your look down, textured bangs lift. They say, I'm lively, I'm modern, I'm confident. Look at women like Meg Ryan or Sharon Stone. Both have played with textured bangs in different ways over the years. Notice how those little choppy layers give them that playful, youthful vibe? That's the energy textured bangs bring to every woman, no matter her age. I have to ask you, do you prefer a more polished, sleek style, or are you a fan of that tousled, textured, lived-in look? Drop your answer below. I want to know what kind of vibe you'd choose for yourself. 5. Long tapered bangs, the chic elegance booster. What makes long tapered bangs special is how seamlessly they flow into the rest of your hair. They're longer in the middle, feathering outward and gradually blending into your hairstyle. Instead of sitting on your forehead like a block, they move with your face, creating soft angles and length. For mature women, this is pure magic. Why? Because long tapered bangs combine the best of both worlds. They give you the youthful framing effect of bangs while keeping the polished elegance of longer layers. Why they're so powerful for mature women. They slim and elongate the face. The tapering effect draws the eye downward and outward, giving the illusion of length and balance. Perfect if you've ever felt your face looks rounder with age. They soften harsh lines. By feathering across the forehead and cheeks, they blur the edges of fine lines and wrinkles without hiding your natural features. They work for every occasion. Long tapered bangs can look casual with loose waves, sleek with a straight blowout, or elegant with an updo. They're adaptable to your lifestyle. Who should try long tapered bangs? If you've always been afraid of committing to full bangs, tapered bangs are the perfect middle ground. If you have longer hair and don't want to sacrifice length, this style integrates beautifully. If you're the type of woman who loves versatility, these bangs are your best friend. You can part them in the middle for a softer look, sweep them to the side for drama, or tuck them behind your ear when you want simplicity. Styling tapered bangs with ease. Now, here's the beauty of this style. It doesn't demand much from you. Blow dry with a round brush, and they'll fall into shape naturally. For a sleek, sophisticated vibe, use a flat iron to smooth them out. For a romantic look, curl the rest of your hair and let the bangs cascade softly. And here's the secret most stylists will tell you. Long tapered bangs grow out gracefully. Even months later, they still blend seamlessly, so you'll never go through that awkward, "What do I do with these?" phase. Why long tapered bangs make you look younger. Think about the women you admire, those who seem to radiate timeless beauty. Their hair is rarely stiff or severe. Instead, it moves, it flows, it frames the face without dominating it. That's exactly what tapered bangs do. They create fluidity. They bring back softness. And softness is the essence of youth. Instead of pulling your face down, they lift your look. Instead of closing your features in, they open them up. They whisper confidence, elegance, and vitality all at once. Think of women like Julianne Moore or Jennifer Lopez. Both have played with longer, tapered fringe styles that melt seamlessly into their layers. Notice how it gives them that balance of chic and approachable? That's what makes this style so perfect for older women. It says, "I'm polished, but I'm still playful." I'll never forget a woman I met in her mid-60s who told me she hadn't changed her hairstyle in 20 years. She said, "I feel stuck. My hair just feels boring." Her stylist suggested long tapered bangs to add shape without cutting her length. The transformation was incredible. Suddenly, her hairstyle looked updated, fresh, and modern, but still her. She told me later, "It's the first time in years someone said I looked glamorous." That's the secret. Tapered bangs don't erase who you are, they elevate who you are. So let's quickly revisit the 5 powerful bang styles we've covered today. Soft curtain bangs, elegant, timeless, and the ultimate age reverser. Wispy bangs, airy, feather light, and the soft focus filter for your face. Side-swept bangs, bold, chic, and the instant slimming trick. Textured layered bangs, playful, voluminous, and the cure for thinning hair. Long tapered bangs, sophisticated, versatile, and effortlessly modern. Each of these styles is more than just hair. They're confidence boosters, mood lifters, and the quickest way to take years off your look without drastic changes. And remember, the right bangs aren't about hiding your age. They're about celebrating your beauty at every stage of life. Now it's your turn. Which one of these bang styles made your heart skip a beat? Which one can you see yourself trying? Drop your answer in the comments. I love hearing your stories, and your words might inspire another woman to try something new too. And if you found this video helpful, hit the like button and share it with a friend or sister who's been thinking about changing her hairstyle. Trust me, she'll thank you. And of course, subscribe if you haven't already. Here's the truth. Age is not something to hide, it's something to embrace. And with the right hairstyle, you don't just look younger, you feel younger. And that feeling? That's priceless.